as quickly as we can. So policy 748, advisory 748, which is policy BCB, board member conflict of interest. So it's basically adding the paragraph that says that the district is allowed to employ, including through a third-party contractor that provides services to the district, any person who serves as a member of the school district governing board during the preceding 2 years, only in a position in which the person will provide services directly to students. And then they're saying that the district is also authorized to increase the time period for this restriction to be more than 2 years. So when we're looking at adopting these policies, we need to talk about that time period, that restriction, and whether we're going to stick with the 2 years or say more. Of course, that's totally up to the governing board. My personal opinion is that we are in a rural area. And just as, for example, Jim Gray was on the board and we didn't have a counselor for the students. His heart is in counseling for the students. And so he resigned to work with the students as a counselor. So I think we encounter those type of situations more frequently in a rural area than we do in the city. So I would think that the 2 years would be sufficient. That is what the board is, or what the state is allowing. Okay. The BDA, board organizational meeting policy, this is that we've always had to make sure that our January meeting is before the 15th of January, because we only have January 1st and January 15th following an election for the reorganization meeting, or for the organization meeting, and they're saying that it just has to now just be done in the month of January, which is nice. Not making us do it in the first half of the month. Right. Let me go back to the first policy. We're doing this because we can adopt these policies more easily if I have some of your input. So for the policy BCB, is there any member of the board that's interested in a different time frame than the 2 years?
I don't see any issue.
Okay, what about you, Mr. Colbert? Okay, all right, thank you. All right, and now moving to policy BE, school board meetings. And this is basically that we have to, we don't have to move the meeting anywhere more than just the biggest meeting room that we have. We don't have to relocate a meeting outside of that largest regular room. But we do that anyways because we want to make sure, since COVID, that people aren't crowded, standing, exploding out of the office. So we already, that's really something we already take care of. We don't want to cram everybody into this. It's easier on us in the district office than for you as a governing board to have a meeting in the district office, but we do it for the benefit of staff and the community. Okay, policy BEDA, notification of board meetings. This is that we have to add to our notification or to our agenda when the public want physical access to the meeting space. Okay, policy BEDB. This is kind of outlining, this is outlining the agenda. Now, I want your input on this as well. This outline for the agenda is not reflective of the order of our current agenda. So, do you have any feedback on that? Do you like our current agenda, the way it flows, or would you rather do something like their precinct. If everyone agrees, I can just change this to reflect what we have. You agree?
I took this out of it seems to work for me for me. I like it.
Mr. Parker?
I like it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, the next policy is CBI, that's the evaluation of the superintendent. This is, kind of interesting, they give a, it's supposed to be a highlight for you to be able to click on to get to a different evaluation that they're putting before, because the policy already has the evaluation that you use to evaluate me. But now they have a new evaluation tool and they want to provide both of those. The one thing that they did say that this new evaluation tool is representative of being created by ASA, Arizona School Administrators, and ASBA is not accurate. The Arizona School Administrators say they had a meeting with them initially to discuss things, and then they just finished it up on their own and didn't get back with them, so it's not reflecting what they're saying it is. So I clicked on the link and it does not even, if you look at policy CBI EB, it tells you click here, nothing comes up. So I don't know what you want to do with that. Do you want to remain with the evaluation tool we already have, or? Okay, thank you. What about over here? What do you think? I didn't even know how to get a hold of the new tool. I tried, but I guess I would have to call. I'm not even really sure how to hold it. Mr. Cartwright, how do you feel?
I think the evaluation tell first.
Okay, thank you. Did you say something? Okay. Dr. Levitina? Thank you. Okay, now looking at EBC, which is emergencies. This is a little change that in the emergency plans for the schools, we have to include the more information about how we're going to take care of our students with disabilities in an emergency situation. Okay? And we learned about this at the last law conference. Okay, right? Okay. KG to the rescue. Also, GCG, part-time and substitute professional staff employment. So basically, this is a small school district is allowed to employ a substitute teacher who is related to a member of the governing board. Their immediate family or their spouse. If a small district employs a substitute teacher in this circumstances, the member of the governing board who is related, of course, cannot vote on anything that related to substitute teachers. In Arizona by section 15901, it defines the small school district, and that means a school district that meets all of the following. A, has a student count of fewer than 600 in kindergarten programs in grades 1 through 8 or grades 9 through 12. Contains at least one school that is fewer than 30 miles by the most reasonable route from another school that teaches the same grades. And then C is designated as a small school district by the superintendent of public instruction. Okay, let's look at policy 5HA. If I'm moving too fast, please let me know. There's 55 pages. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to move that. Okay, IHA, basic instructional program. This adds a literacy coach or literacy specialist at each school to the list of employees that may satisfy the dyslexia training requirements. So this would ideally be, we're all ready to do this, our Title I reading interventionist, which here at Georgia Elementary School is Penny Haynes, and then at Arizona City Elementary School is Sabrina Garcia. They head up our reading intervention program. All right. Policy, that's all the same. Okay, so policy JFABTA. That's a mouthful. Admission of students in foster care. So we accept all students, we don't, so, but this is just for more protection for kids in foster care. And so there's some responsibilities of the school that the foster student is in, or the student going into foster care is in, and the district that student may possibly go into, working together for the good of the student. It's good stuff. We're probably already doing this. I mean, we try to do everything we can to take care of our students. All right, policy JK, student discipline, and policy JKD, student suspension, and policy JKE, expulsion of students. These are statutory requirements that must be met in order to suspend or expel a student in kindergarten or fourth grade. So this, but it doesn't apply to expulsion of a student bringing a firearm to school. So this is just more, the legislation told us last year we were not allowed to suspend anyone up through fourth grade. Little do they know that we have lots of behaviors that must be addressed and consequences. Okay. A lot of times legislation will make demands and then have to revise it a little bit, and that's what this is. Okay, policy JLH. I'm missing, here it is, missing students. I was missing students. And policy JRCAR. This is missing students and requests for transfer of records. And House Bill 2060 and Arizona Revised Statute 15828 increases the window to request records from missing or transferring people's prior school from 5 to 10 days. So it just makes it more feasible. I mean, we try, but you don't always get through to someone. They may be their registrar, maybe on vacation or whatever. So sometimes it takes a few days. All right, any questions or comments? This is the first reading, and you'll be presented with the second reading and possible adoption next board meeting.
Thank you very much for that.
This is our new community health center in Arizona City there on San Jose. Have any of you been to that facility? It is a wonderful facility. So they have come to the district office, asked me to meet with us, and then I took the principals and Vivian Sessoms, and we went and met with a couple members of the board and the CEO, Dr. Amara, and the team, his team went through everything, and we're very excited for this opportunity to partner with our community health center. And Dr. Dan Amara went ahead and provided a memorandum of understanding. That's our That's our MOU. And this is that Desert Savita, which is our community health center, will provide professional personnel for medical and behavioral health and dental services for students. And then the Toltec School District students are given first priority for scheduling appointments. And they're going to provide, and he got back with me today and told me he's already hired someone and is working on an offer for someone else to have the staff to be able to do this. But in Toltec Elementary School, they're looking at providing 1 day a week, and in Arizona City Elementary School, 2 days a week. Basically, Arizona City Elementary School is twice as large, has twice as many students as Toltec. And this is for mental health services. So there'll be, all of this is, they go with the parents, they receive, they work with the parents. Sometimes the parents may be there for some of these services. And then medical services will be provided when requested, and psychiatric, psychiatric and dental services will be provided on an as-needed basis or as requested. And when they're not allowed, a community health center, I didn't know much about one, honestly. They're not allowed to treat patients for free, but they can do a sliding scale, and also they bill students and parents and guardians, and with they go ahead and bill and accept what the insurance is paying as their fee. So I'm asking you tonight to approve the memorandum of understanding for partnership with the Desert Savita Community Health Center in Arizona City. I know Ms. Sessions has, we're just meeting with her right for this meeting. She's already got a couple of families that she's connecting to the health center in our community.
Well, I found this part. Spoke there, this medical health service. And about health us. So, my it's because it's in the community, it sounds like it's so public school, it's needed help. We provide things that they will
Sometimes services for students are held up as we wait for doctor appointments, medications, different things. And with this partnership, which doesn't cost us anything, it's free to us, we can expedite those kind of things. So it's very exciting for us.
Any other questions? If there are no questions, motion for this.
Yes, they did assure us that they work closely with the parents and own a parental consent. Yes, sir. Oh, in the MOU? Oh, okay. Well, from what, and correct me if you were there, Ms. Sessoms. So as a parent, I would not be happy if my child was being treated without my consent, for anything. Um, the, and they did say that they work closely with the parents, they have consent forms, and, so did you understand that too?
They didn't even take the parent up and bring the parent over to the event.
Okay, the MOU wasn't, prepared in advance, and, Dr. Ibarra, composed it quickly, because I needed, we met with him on Thursday, I was finishing the agenda on Friday, and he got it to me on Friday. I did read through it, I wasn't looking for that specific language. Um, But, and I do understand that, yes, okay. I'm writing it down, sorry. Do you want to make a motion, Dr. Levitino?
Understood that. But I have two, more understanding of what we use this conversation. Easily to make sure that the parental consent is understood on all consideration. Number second, this is a core question, second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All against? Motion passes. It is tabled until next week. We now move on to action item B, Arizona Elementary School Apprentice Teacher Resignation.
Cassandra Brown was hired as an apprentice teacher for Arizona City Elementary School on August 14th and resigned effective September 26th.
Due to the information that we have this time, I find that I would call for the approval of her resignation, but that she would not be assigned to assess which candidates. There has been a motion, and I've got a team in a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All against? Motion passes. We move on to action item 7C. Very good therapist assistant termination.
Liana Soto was hired as a physical therapy assistant and began her tenure with the district on July 5th. Ms. Soto was terminated effective September 27th. This position requires an emergency certification, which Ms. Soto did not apply for.
Any questions? I find this similar to the last one we have, termination. We both understand. It's an understanding between two, mutual between the two. Yes, we accept that she's terminated. She did not resign. Class. So, do I have a second?
Second.
I have made a motion and to accept all in favor, say aye. Aye. All against? Motion passes. Moving on to action item D, the district grants student activities treasurer resigns.
Angel Williams was hired initially effective May 12th, 2022, to resign effective January 5th, 2023. She was rehired on March 29th, 2023, and resigned October 19th.
I just have to say that I don't understand the reason why she didn't. This is the second time she's done this. And I do accept the resignation, but I also believe that there should be the big damage of $500. Because it's the second time, and I do not understand the reason behind it. She just kind of like to I make a motion that she accept her resignation. But she does, we do get the great damage of $500. I make a motion, and Mr. Valentino has made a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All against? Motion passes. Moving on to E.
Ryan Martin Smith was hired as the district special education director on July 1st, 2021. Mr. Martin Smith resigned from his position effective October 5th, 2023, to take a position in Miami. Ryan has offered to serve as a consultant to support the incoming director at $1,249 per month for up to 8 months. So we're asking for three things here: approve his resignation, either waive or hold him responsible for the $3,000 in liquidated damages, and approve or disapprove of him serving as a consultant for up to 8 months.
Yeah, I will touch that. But I believe. Obviously, I accept his resignation. And, but I think that I want to first take his place and I don't believe his support for the director. 8 months, 1 month, 0 months, as far as that. And I will hold him responsible for $3,000 in damages. If anyone wishes to speak about that. dialogue. Anyone say agree, disagree? All right, we'll move on with the special education director, Ryan Smith. We will agree to his resignation, but we will not support the $2,000. But I also state that we will receive $3,000 liquidated damages. Second. Oh, second. I have jump right in, and there was one time, say the city attorney, all in favor say aye. All against? Motion passes. Next up, we have the intermediate date.
November 13th is the second Monday, but it's a day off in observance of Veterans Day. And then November 20th is the third Monday of the month, and it's also the week of Thanksgiving. So I recommend having a meeting on November 20th.
Veterans Day, I that's so. So when you have the 13th and the 20th. That's mine.
I think it would be very difficult to hold a governing board meeting like tonight when school's not in session. So those that would attend recognitions and such. We usually try to avoid that.
So November 20th seems to be set a rule. We'll take November 20th this time. And move on to close board meetings. D. Who wants to make a motion